Morning. Check it out. Spoiler alert. You don't have to settle for who you've been in your life. These definitions and identities that you've been carrying to support other people's idea of who you are or support their ego's version of you that makes them feel better about themselves has nothing to do with the real you. You are whatever you choose to be on a daily basis. We're all actors anyway. And at any point in time, you can shift, you can shapeshift. You're a multidimensional human being, creature. We're creatures of habit, but we can change our habits. We can change our definitions of who we are at any given time. We can erase the past and just move from this moment forward. In fact, if you're thinking about the past, you're going to trip over moving forward. And it just came to mind, like, I'm a professional musician. It doesn't define who I am. It's just what I do. And with, that career choice, it kind of put me in a interesting spot where I needed to continuously deliver a certain expectation to the public eye or to other people that I don't even really know. Like, I'm on social media. Like, there's people on the other end of this video, like you watching this right now, who don't even really know me. You know an idea of me, you know my brand, you know what I do, you know that I'm out playing shows, but me as a person, off the stage, I'm not even sure who that is. So here's a permission slip for you to go and be whoever you want to be, whenever you want to be, and you don't have to uphold that ego, that egoic vision of what other people think you are or what you set yourself up to make people believe about you. So there you go. Go be you. Do whatever you want. Say whatever you want. You're not here to please everybody. Life is so short. Look at that ocean right there. It's so vast. You know what I mean? And you're focused on this little blade of grass right here. But your world is so much bigger. Especially with internet, like, you can expand globally. You can translate anything that you say into another language and reach more people these days than you could ever before. So think about that. Like, what do you want to do with this power? Do you have the courage to get on camera and say things like what I just said? Am I worried about what people think? No. Was I at one time? Yes. I've actually stunted my own growth being concerned about what people thought about me over the years. And these people, I've supported people with money, with business, and I actually let me choose my words wisely. I didn't fully show up or express myself or my needs or my wants or my desires or even the big vision of what I was going for, because I was trying to read the room. Too concerned about pleasing other people or how are they going to view me instead of going in and being myself. So I kind of got screwed. I didn't really speak my mind. I didn't really speak up and say what I needed. And whenever, it came time to paying for the service, I didn't get what I wanted. And then I asked about it, and some of them flipped out. Some of them were like, "What are you talking about, dude? Isn't what I did good enough?" And it's like, no, not really. And then I had to apologize for my standard, and then people got butthurt, and then it was just a big mess. And that's what I got for giving them money and supporting their business, And then it just turned out to be sour grapes. But whose fault was that? It was my own, for not putting up boundaries, for not laying out communication of my expectations. It always came back to me because I was playing small. And, I'm just like, why? Moving forward, why am I even asking permission anymore? Why are you asking permission? What are you holding back on? What kind of shame do you carry about your past that you're not fully showing up? It's a time to be all of yourself, unapologetically. Yes, it's going to piss some people off. Yes, it's going to polarize some people. Yes, it's going to trigger them. Yes, they're going to be jealous if they see you doing something they're not capable of doing. All of that stuff, man. What is it? You might not be around tomorrow. You might not be alive tomorrow. So, what? you're going to worry about what somebody says about you or thinks about you. Yeah, you do have to carry a certain, you have to use precaution, I guess, use discernment on what you decide to express or share with certain people in certain platforms. Absolutely. You want to show respect to other people's feelings and just be aware of what you are putting out there for sure. But at the end of the day, if you're playing small and you're not being all of yourself completely authentically, then that's on you, and you've been misleading and manipulating people. And I've been doing that. And I'm not even sure what my potential is yet. Like, even at my age, which I'm not old, but I'm not exactly young, I don't even know what my potential is. I'm constantly evolving. And my business, the ways that I make money, the ways that I show up for people in service are constantly changing. 11 years ago, I decided to put down drugs and alcohol. It changes things dramatically. And in that time, I've made some ascension, right? Some awakening came through, some alignment, and I ended up leaving people behind or moving on to a different frequency. Let's just say that. It's not like I'm going up above people, but I'm just moving away from certain people. And those people, they just got, you could read it. It just seemed like they were upset, or they were jealous, or, I did what I could to show up for them, but I don't even know where this is all going. I don't even know what I'm capable of yet. But I've got the tools. You've got the tools that I have. Everybody's got to leave a legacy, to serve a purpose, to be of service. If I showed up and showed people how to play guitar, or how to find better gigs, or what to do with what money you do have, because I've learned, I'm not rich, but what money I do have, how I got out of debt and fixed my credit is a benefit to people. You know what I mean? How to throw a songwriter's benefit, or raise money for a cause, or, raise money for myself. How to use restraint of my credit card, and instead of buying something, put some money away in savings. Like, all of these things that I've learned over time, I'm not necessarily an expert with, but at least it's some value, it's some positive, valuable content or something I can share. It doesn't make me an influencer. I'm definitely not a model, a GQ model. I'm definitely not so many things, but I am some other things, and I'm excited to find out where this all goes. And I'm grateful for you guys, because you don't know either, and you're still tuning in and sharing the love. The DMs, the messages, the support is amazing, especially after this last few years, the things I've been through with my family, especially my brother. It's just been nuts. And the anger and hostility and jealousy and attacks that I've been taking from him, just because, he decided to make some decisions that weren't in alignment with the company that I hired him with. It's all my fault, apparently. He wants to blame me for his failure and his decisions, and he hasn't let up. He's been bullying me ever since and taking shots, and a lot of you know about that. But I'm just exhausted from it, and I don't even want to bring in any more energy, but, it's no mystery that things have shifted for me in my life, and I need to figure out a way, and I am figuring out a way, and I am doing multiple things right now online. Some of the brands that I have, you won't even see my face on, and I'm just excited about the time that we have right now to communicate and to share with other people our excitement for life, the skill sets that we've acquired, and share it, teach others, and just see where it goes. I mean, who knows where it's going, but I'm not settling for who I was. I'm not gonna lock in with any one identity. I'm still expanding. I'm still exploring at my age. I don't even want to tell you my age because it's irrelevant. And some of you may know, but it doesn't even matter. You're still young. You're still capable. Figure out what it is, who you want to be. Go do it. All right. Love you.